Hello, everyone. This is Ben Dunn, founder of Antarctic Press, a comic book publishing company established in 1985. Creator of such comics as Warrior Nun, Ninja High School, Mighty Tiny, Tomorrow Girl, Penguina, and the Marvel Mangaverse, among many other comic book creations. I also have a Kickstarter going called The Crimson Nun, which is a nice pulpy throwback adventure story featuring the Crimson Nun, who I created as part of the Warrior Nun universe, which I also created. So hopefully you'll check it out. It's on Kickstarter right now. It's got some really wonderful rewards. It's written by Ron Fortier, who also did The Green Hornet, The Hulk, Terminator, and other such comic books, and drawn by Jesse Thomas. It's a really fun adventure style book. Comic. I think you'll really enjoy it. So, yesterday was Saturday, and it also happened to be Fan Expo weekend. And I decided I'm going to have an open house. Now, periodically, I do have what is called an open house, where basically I allow fans and readers and the general public to come by and come see the Antarctic Press office located, just outside of Dallas in Garland, and to see how where the magic happens, basically, see how actually mundane my office is, where I draw the comics that you read and enjoy. Now, the reason I do this is because I feel that it's important for creators to have a connection with their readers and the fans, because sometimes creators can be caught up in their ivory tower, and they just basically detach themselves from the public, and I think that's detrimental. I think in the long term, I think it's important that I reach out, and talk to the readers, and fans, so that I can get their opinions, their concerns, what they like, what they dislike, about what I'm doing. Also allows them to, come away with a lot of excess free merch that I have. Pick it up straight from here, and for free, because I think I enjoy giving something back to the supporters of Antarctic Press and to my work specifically, to myself, because without them, I honestly could not make a living. It's through the many readers and supporters of Antarctic Press and of my work that I'm able to sustain a constant flow of creative material, and I think that's important because it's it somehow connects me with them. I get to know them better. In a convention setting, but people, creators go to conventions all the time. Yes, they do, but usually it's very crowded. There's a lot of other people who want to see you as creators as well, so they're very limited in their time, and quite frankly, they're there just to make money. That's what they're there for. They're either paid to show up. You buy their autographs. You pay pretty much for everything to meet them. I don't require any such thing when you go to an open house. You get to meet me directly. You get to talk to me directly. You can talk to me as long as you want. You can stay as long as you want. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to pay admission to see, to come in. It's all free because I want to thank the readers, and the fans of Antarctic Press and my work specifically, because it helps keep me connected, and that's the thing that's really important. As creators, I often see them, I often meet creators who are very aloof, detached, somehow smug. Maybe smug's not a good word, but somehow they feel superior in some fashion. I'm not saying to all creators. A lot of creators are great people, I know a lot of creators who are just really decent individuals who also are, love their fans, love their readers, but I like to personally connect with them. Press the flesh, as they say. Really talk to them. Get to know what their dreams and aspirations are. A lot of them come up with portfolios. They come up with ideas. They come up with wanting to get advice on things, how they should approach things. A lot of them talk about story ideas. We brainstorm. And talk about things like little things like how important it is to have a good title for any story you create. They'll say, I'm working on this and this is the title, and I'll say, well, that is an interesting title, but I think that you need to think about a better title that will attract readers, that also people can identify with immediately. I mean, there are several creators that came by and wanting to get feedback on their creation and how best to approach they're usually first time creators, very little experience, but have talent, and they want to take advantage of that talent and somehow and create something that they can be shared with the general public. And I want to help in that endeavor, because it's important that we create a new generation of creators, because sooner or later we all grow old and we all eventually fade away, and you know and then the end comes, and that's that. That's just the way it is. That's life, the circle of life, as they say. So that's why I feel the things like these open houses are important, to me at least. It used to be you get tours of Marvel and DC offices. You could just walk in, as long, I guess, you had an appointment. I'm not privy to what exactly it would take. I once went to the Marvel offices when I was in New York once. I didn't get past the reception, but they at least let me get into the lobby and stuff. I got to see Marvel. I never got to see DC, unfortunately, but that's all right. I would have loved to have seen DC office back in the 80s. Would have been a lot of fun and interesting, in my opinion. And sometimes when you connect with readers and fans, they often end up working for you. They often create stuff and provide material for the continuation of Antarctic Press to make more comics. Because you create sort of a camaraderie. I won't say loyalty, because you have to be. I think you have to be a long-term reader and supporter. Well, I guess I'm wrong. You can be loyal if you're for a short time, but to be loyal, I think you really have to get to know somebody really well for you to give something as important as loyalty. Loyalty to me is extremely important. You don't simply give loyalty to someone just out of hand. You believe in what they're doing. You believe in and I believe in what you're doing. And together we try to achieve something great. Something really, really profound. Something that will change the world, basically. Are we going to change the world? I don't know. It's. I think we change our little part of it. Every time we create something new, unique, original, it really and it affects someone's life. Then you've changed the world a little bit. Your little tiny, creation, if it affects somebody else, means that you have affected that little corner of the world. And who knows how that will spread. There's a line in Big Trouble in Little China where at the beginning of the movie where one of the characters says, everything starts small. And that's the thing. Everything starts small. That's why I think it's important to encourage, you know, new crop of creators. It's important, to let them know that they can come to somebody for advice. That they can come someone for support. I'm not just merely a creator and a comic book publisher and a comic book editor. I like to think that we are in this together to try to, affect change, to try to create positivity, in the industry. There's a lot of negativity in this industry, and in the entertainment industry. I mean, I shake my head every single time I hear a creator say, "Oh, it's not for you. Oh, don't bother buying it. Oh, it wasn't, I don't care what you think. I'm just going to do what I do. It's your fault that I failed." No one wants to hear that, especially fans who supported you, who pay good money, to be entertained. This is how you pay them back. Is this really helping your cause any? Back in the day, there was messaging all the time in comics. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, it's true. Some of it was overt, some of it was covert. A lot of people talk about Green Lantern 76 as a milestone issue of the Bronze Age. I hated that issue. I thought it was like one of the worst, Green Lantern comics I ever read. I love the art. Neil Adams is beyond reproach. He's a great artist, but the story was awful, especially that one scene where African American individual berates Green Lantern about not helping, African Americans, and Green Lantern says, "Hey," he should have just said, "Hey, I'm out there saving the whole world's butt. I'm out there saving all of humanity by being in the great. You think I have, time for one individual when the world is at stake? Why? You should thank me. It just seems ungrateful to me. And the one thing I can't stand is when people are ungrateful. I mean, it's one of those. I think a lot of people would agree that when you're ungrateful for all the stuff that you've done for somebody, how does that make you feel? I mean, do you feel resentment? Do you feel anger? Do you feel like somehow that person or persons, betrayed you in some fashion after what you've done for them? Yeah, I think all of us have that sort of emotion when you are doing something for somebody and they don't at least acknowledge what you've done for them. It irritates me to no end. I may not say it to their face, because I feel like if that's how they're going to be, then perhaps I just won't deal with them anymore. There's no reason for me to create even more animosity. This is just my way of doing things. You may do it differently. It's totally up to you. But it's I feel like, all right, if that's how you feel, then maybe we should just go our separate ways. And I don't feel like I need to antagonize anything further. You've revealed who you really are. So, anyways, I will continue to do open houses on occasion because I feel like they're important. I feel like they're very important. It reconnects me with the fans and readers. It keeps me kind of humble. Because I like to see, that we're all humans. We all have flaws. We all have dreams and aspirations. We all have goals we want to achieve. We all want to be happy. And I'm hoping that being able to come by, visit the Antarctic Press office here. We do have one. A lot of people keep asking, "Oh, I thought you guys were in San Antonio." She says, "Well, yes, we are. We have a South branch, which is in San Antonio, which is our main office, and I run the North branch. Just me, one guy, but hey, one guy is better than none. So I run the North Dallas office. I hope to expand it someday. My dream is to hopefully get a actual proper bullpen started, where I maybe get a larger location where I can actually put out drawing desks where people from a surrounding area who are creators can come by, pick a drawing desk, sit down and start drawing, start creating. Just like the old days. Sometimes the old ways are better. And then they'll hopefully start creating stuff for Anarchic Press. They can create stuff for themselves. We can laugh and talk. And, I always feel that when you have a bunch of artists in a room, everyone starts to do better. Because artists, for the most part, I'm not saying this for everyone, are highly competitive. We like to try to one-up each other whenever we can. But we're also willing to learn from each other. He says, hey, I like the way you draw your fingers. Hey, I like the way you draw that abdomen. Oh, hey, I like the way you drew those eyes. Can I steal that from you? Can I borrow that? Can you show me how you did that? So we learn from each other so that all of us can improve. All of us can be at our best. All of us can create something truly wonderful. So anyway, I just want to thank everyone who came by the open house. It was a big success. We talked for hours and hours about comics, about movies, about the industry. We talked a little bit about politics. We talked about little things about our dreams and aspirations. We talked about story ideas. It was a great time, a fantastic time. And we did it at our own pace. You can come and leave as you please. And we just had a wonderful time. So, anyway, if you like what you've heard, like and subscribe below. And until next time, this has been done. Signing off.